Hi YouTube, I'm gonna make a new tiger video because it has been a while and I've made lots of improvements and made it a little bit more simple so that it's easier to follow along. So first let me show you all the supplies that I have. So I have cosmetic sponges for sponging because I am going to be sponging large amounts of my face because it is a full face tiger. I have Wolf Brothers and Tag colors. I have black, orange, and white. Those colors should be able to do the whole design, but I also have red and brown and yellow for shading, but shading is optional, especially if you're a beginner. I have a towel so that I can wipe my brushes off onto this just for sanitary reasons. It helps when the brush is really wet too. I have a spray bottle to spray my sponges with so that when I'm sponging I don't have to dip into my water bin. That's also a sanitary precaution. I also have my water bin that's full of water. And last but not least, I have my brushes. Cotman is my favorite brand, but any round brush will do. I have some from Michaels, I have some from Walmart. The Cotman ones are a little bit more expensive, so as long as it's a round brush, you can pretty much accomplish the design still. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to spray my sponge with my spray bottle. There you go. And you don't need a lot to activate the paint. Getting the consistency right does take practice though. And I have my white cake here, and I'm just going to apply the white above the eyes and around the mouth for the muzzle. Alright, so I have the white around the mouth for the muzzle and right above the eyes. This part's always really funny when I do it for work because parents think it's hilarious for several different reasons, but it's just similar to this. It doesn't mean to be perfect. So next I'm going to spray another sponge, and I'm going to apply yellow in the empty spaces for a base. You don't have to do that. You can apply orange directly, but I like it personally because it helps the orange pop out a lot more. So now I'm just going to go ahead and apply the yellow. Okay, so there's the yellow. Just all over the whole entire open space. It takes a lot less long when you're doing a little kid because their face is a lot smaller. You should be able to get these two steps done in less than a minute. White, boom, yellow, boom. Alright, so now I sprayed my sponge again, and now I'm going to apply the orange. And you pretty much just fill in the orange over the yellow. It doesn't have to be over all the yellow because it just looks like shading if you miss a few spots, and it doesn't look too bad. So let's apply the orange. Alright, so here's the orange. Next I'm going to do some shading in the contours of the face. If you're a beginner, this takes a little bit more practice, but if you're a little bit more experienced, it's a fun thing to try out. And since this base should only take you about a minute, you have plenty of time to do the cool shading with other colors. Alright, so I loaded my new sponge with brown, red, and some orange because you don't want the shading to be too harsh or it doesn't look that great. So after you apply all those colors, You pretty much just add them to the contours of the face. So I always do the cheeks down here. Add a little darkness. Right? And you just shade it in, blend it. And then I go ahead and do the other side. Alright, this shouldn't take you that long either. A couple seconds if you're pretty experienced, right? You see that? And then I also go ahead and do the chin down here. Looks pretty nice. A little down here. Just a little bit. A little down here. And then I go ahead and do a little bit on the forehead. Right? And the shading just adds more depth to the design, and it looks a lot nicer. Alright? But if you didn't do the shading, then you can go ahead and just skip right to the stripes. So I go ahead and do the muzzle first. You trace from the corner of your mouth around the white, and you just flick it right back up. It's going to look like this. Right? And then you do it on the other side. Right? And then reload if you have to. For the whiskers, I kind of just flick outwards and looks like this. Right? Again, if you're pretty experienced, this shouldn't take too much time at all. And then to do the whiskers on the inside of the muzzle, you place the brush at the whiskers and you flick in. And I usually do 2, but you can do 3. 3 looks pretty nice too. So I'm going to do 2. Right? And then you add some dots in the middle. And then you trace from the nose down. Right, should be a big triangle. And then you want to do the nose, which is also kind of like a triangular shape. Then you can add a couple teeth on the bottom. And then you want to make stripes coming up. You can make them a little bit bigger too. Now you want to add the upper part of the eye, and I usually just come from here and flick up, here, and flick up. And then I do teardrops, come bigger, going to smaller, going down to the corner of the eye like this. And do it on the other side. Then for the upper stripes, you start in the middle and you make a loop and make a U-turn and come right back down. Right? Then you come up here and you just wiggle one out thin it out, wiggle and thin, wiggle and thin. Right. Then for the stripes on the sides, you start out small and you make a big wiggle and then you end small again. So you're here.
Wiggle up, come back, finish that one.
Right. I usually do 2 that curve around the muzzle. And then to finish off, I bring stripes from up here and bring them down in. Looks like this. Just wiggle some out to fill in the empty spaces. Right. Let's do the other side. Right. And there you have it. If it's a girl, I like to add eyelashes and ask if they want the teeth. Usually they don't want the teeth. And you're all done. Of course, everyone has their own style, and if you want to tweak things here and there from other people's tigers and make it your own tiger, then you can do that. This is how I usually do it. With a lot of practice, you can get it done in about 3 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes. So if you want to see anything else, comment, subscribe, email me. I can pretty much come up with just about anything. I have a website, an Instagram. Just contact me and I can pretty much deliver whatever you want to see. I only do face paint, however, I don't do makeup or silicone or anything like that. I just stick to face paint. I also have a daily vlog if you're interested in that. A daily vlog with my boyfriend, my normal life with my boyfriend. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later.